What's going on, my friends? My name is Jason Morris. Today I have this beast right here to talk about. Now, we've been using this in film school for quite a while now, and I thought I'd just give it a little bit of a run through just to show you guys on some of the settings and exactly what this camera can do.
I'm feeling so hollow, don't you know, don't you know, I'm living in shadow, don't you know, don't you know, I fell for fool's gold, I fell for fool's gold, what did I know?
So before we get into it, don't forget to hit that like button if you could. That would be absolutely amazing. Comment below if you are thinking about getting this thing, and also subscribe to my channel if you already haven't, as this helps me create more content for you guys. So the FS5 is the FS7's little brother, which was released 1 year earlier in 2014. Now, it offers pretty much the same options, but it has a much smaller form factor. As you can see here, it's quite compact when it comes to your documentary sort of style or interview style cameras. So now there are a few notable changes between the two cameras, namely the different codec along with the XAVC, 4K shooting, but only with UHD without the option of DCI 4K, and it has a built-in ND filter, which is absolutely awesome because it doesn't matter which lens you've got that variable ND. Now, the built-in ND is extremely useful when you have large camera lenses like so, and you can't actually fit on adjustable ND filters on the front. Now, the FS5 is a more compact and far lighter camera than the FS7. You know, it's coming in at around 1.76 pounds, which is only about 800 grams. So it's really light, and it's very similar when it comes to the Canon's C100 cameras. Now let's run down some of the noteworthy specs. The FS5 has a Super 35 exmor CMOS image sensor. Now that's the same size as the FS7. It delivers about 14 stops of dynamic range, and it also has that 960 frames per second slow motion. So that is absolutely incredible, obviously just at a lower resolution. Now that gives you the ability to shoot 40 times slow motion. Now that is impressive. Now, one of the best things about this is that you have end mode and start mode. So the end mode allows you to press stop when you have finished getting the slow motion. What this does, it buffers and records, I think, something like 20 seconds before you press that button, and it will ensure that you don't miss out on the action. Now, it's equipped with 2 memory card slots, which makes it great for long conferences or interview styles or documentaries. So it loads onto the 2 cards, and you can also record proxy files to a desired location as well. Now, proxy files are awesome when you're shooting in 4K, especially when you don't have a fast computer, because what proxy files actually do is it creates a smaller resolution file of that 4K footage. And then you can start editing with that smaller file and then switch it back over to the larger 4K footage, and it won't slow down your computer. Now, another important thing, it has 2 XLR imports. So you can have like what I've got here on the shotgun mic at the top, or you've got another one at the base right here on the side. Now, first of all, there are a couple of bad points or down points to this camera. And first of all, it's the price. You know, it's pretty much $4 grand. That's a lot of money for what you're getting here. But it is a very nice cinema camera regardless. So it all depends on what kind of price you're going for, or what kind of price range you have. Now, a lack of in-body image stabilization. It doesn't have it, and for a run and gun camera, it's quite necessary to have that in-body stabilization. So you'll have to rely on the lens if your lens has stabilizer on there. Obviously, this is a cinema lens, so it doesn't have the image stability right there. Now, autofocus, it's not great. That's one of the bad points. Coming from my A7 III, which I'm filming on right now, is absolutely incredible autofocus. And then when you get to this thing, it's pretty embarrassing, but you pretty much shoot manual most of the time anyway, because you have much more control. Now low lights, it's not good for low light at all. I think it's absolutely terrible. But when it comes to, once again, my Sony A7 III, it just completely blows this thing out of the water. Now, some may not mind this point, but the menu systems on the Sony are very detailed, but they're just not user-friendly at all. You really have to go menu diving to try and change a whole bunch of settings. It's just really frustrating, but you have to learn exactly where things are, especially because I come from Nikon. Nikon's very user-friendly. It's easy to navigate through those menus, but yeah, it comes down to personal preference anyway with those ones. Now, apart from these points, this camera still is an absolute beast. It just depends on what works for you and what you need it for in your situation. Anyway, so that's it from me, guys. Please like, comment, subscribe to my YouTube channel. My name's Jason Morris, and I'll see you in the next one.